Okay, so this isn't the cards that I'm going to actually pull from the deck, but this kind of fell at the bottom here, okay? And I do want to point it out. So you have the High Priestess here, which is significant for a female, though this is a general reading, so it can apply both male or female, but this typically is a female card. It is also the card of someone who is very highly intuitive. So if you are psychic, you might even be naturally psychic or naturally intuitive. Everyone has different degrees of natural psychic gifts or abilities from God, hopefully from God, but meaning some people, you know, most readers should connect to God and angels and, you know, heaven, and not to the negative or dark realm, because there is repercussions for that. So if you do have natural abilities and gifts, make sure that you always connect to a higher realm in terms of heaven, God, angels, etc. So keep it pure. That's where your accuracy will be most, it will come through the most in terms of accuracy. Sorry for that. I'm not explaining correctly. So the High Priestess, again, might not even be someone who's psychic, just someone who's very knowledgeable, someone who's has natural feelings or can feel things, intuition, we call it, or empathic abilities. But whoever this is for can be more middle-aged, because the High Priestess tends to be someone who has had experiences that has wisened them up, that they have wisdom from their experiences. And usually, in most cases, not all, it does take age to experience life. You know what I mean? So that is coming out. You also here have the Three of Swords and the Tower card, which can definitely indicate sudden loss or heartbreak or breakup or anything that is sudden. The Tower indicates something sudden. The Swords, Three of Swords, can indicate heartbreak, a third-party situation. Someone might be finding out about a third-party situation, or might be involved in a third-party situation, or is dealing in some way with a third-party situation, which is very difficult on your emotions because the Tower here. So that's like inner chaos at times. The Three of Swords, again, could indicate heartbreak. So this is all stuff happening internally that could be a effect, I guess I could say, of a love triangle, or a love that went bad or wrong, or something associated to that. Again, we have the High Priestess, which typically indicates a female. We have the Three of Swords, which indicates heartbreak or love triangle, or loss of some kind. But if you can see, there is the sun in the background. So even if things feel tough, even if there feels to be a lack of hope in a situation, the sun's still there, so there's still hope, okay? So don't lose faith of that. It's probably not for most of you as bad as it feels, or as it sometimes feels, or as bad as it may seem. But this is, again, the Tower can indicate a breakup or something sudden happening because of a reaction, or your emotions getting the best of you. So if you are someone who feels like you are in a fragile situation, sorry, I just paused because I thought my camera turned off. If you are someone in a fragile situation, be very careful to not let your emotions get the best of you, because it looks like you're dealing with something very fragile. Again, this could just be somebody who's gone through hell, okay? This is just going to be somebody, and I can definitely relate to that, who's gone through heartbreak to the fullest extent. The Tower can indicate a loss of a home. It could indicate a breakup. It can indicate a relationship or a marriage that turned very wrong, and just there was a definite heartbreak or breakup associated with somebody. These are like two of the most there's one more card, which would be the Ten of Swords, that would really top the cake. But this is probably the past. And some of you might still be dealing with a little bit, like maybe some of you just got out of this, or some of you still went through so much that you're carrying some of this with you still, or it's affecting you right now in terms of moving forward in some way, in terms of whatever that is, your past. So try not to let your past, what I want to say is try not to let your past affect your future. I definitely see that there was a difficult past here for many of you, definitely for a lot of you, okay? So I want to move forward from that because I didn't want my April readings to be about what has happened in the past. And the reason why I touched on this is because some of you are still affected or going through a little bit of this. Okay, so, but for majority, you have already overcome that. But if you can see that this is, the way I positioned it, it's like this is in front of this person. So some of you definitely are still going through that, okay? So yeah, definitely an ending. Look at the bottom of the deck. This is the Death card, so something definitely ended. You have the Tower, the Three of Swords, and Death. This is a relationship. This isn't for all of you. But this is definitely connecting to someone who's experienced an ending that has really been challenging, very difficult. But, you know, that's I feel like we're coming out of that. I still wanted to shuffle, but I'm telling you, Gemini, I can't even believe what's showing up for you, and I'm hoping this isn't from Spirit connecting to me. But, you know, you have all these cards that are showing that you've been through so much pain and so much hurt. And then you have the Ten of Pentacles here, which is usually a financial related card, but it's also an emotional fulfilling card, financial security, but it's also the number 10. So 10s can indicate endings. Then you have the Ten of Swords, which is an ending. And then you have the Five of Wands, which is challenges. Okay. So we have the Seven of Wands. This is Spirit telling you. You have 2 sevens, too. Okay, so I think something's going to break through in July for some of you in terms of victory and a renewal of your life. But, and some of you might have some type of connection to the month of July or something in association with the month of July. Maybe someone from the past had connection to July, or maybe someone was a Leo who maybe you're dealing with, or who hurt you, or whatever that situation is. Number 7 showing up. Again, it doesn't always mean the past. It could be what is coming in the future. Spirit is saying don't let anybody hurt you. That's what I just heard. The Seven of Wands is a card of protecting yourself. It's a card of protecting your heart, not being too open to somebody. I really feel like that's the message coming through for you, Gemini, is that you're very emotional. You're a very emotional person. You're very sensitive, very loving, very kind. Don't be too open too quickly to anybody because Spirit does not want them to hurt you. Protect yourself emotionally. Now, we have the Eight of Cups. So there is someone who either is on your mind or who hurt you, who walked away from your life, or who, so this is definitely about someone who's walked away, who's left, who's hurt you. But again, I feel like this is something from the past. Maybe some of you are waiting on someone who kind of disappeared to reconnect, because you also have 2 8s here, which is power. So, and then this is also the Eight of Wands, which is about communication coming in, messages, emails, any type of communication, hearing from somebody. Again, I feel like for some of you, this is going to be from someone who kind of hurt you, someone who walked away and who you maybe have been waiting on. But again, you need to protect yourself. Do not be too open to this person in high hopes that it's going to work out. Because even if it does work out, not saying that it's not going to, what I am saying is it's very vital and important for you to protect yourself. So that's just a message from Spirit. So you do have someone, Spirit is connecting to someone who is experiencing either a loss of someone or someone who's kind of walked away or who's not in your life right now that you're thinking about. But it does show that there is going to be a reconnection because there is email, communication, text message, something coming in terms of communication, okay? So we do have 2 sevens here. We do have 2 8s. 7s can be the number of completion. 8s can be the number of power. So it could indicate that there has been a cycle that needed to play out, a cycle or something going on between you and that person or with that person in their own life. There maybe was a completed cycle that needed to play out before this person comes back or before this person reaches out to you again. Okay, but the number 8 is very powerful in a good sense to where it brings power, it brings messages, it brings, victory. It doesn't have, it's a card of overcoming, in how I see it. So we have, the Princess of Pentacles, which Gemini probably is you. It shows that you need to be or are focused on money or earning money or work or trying to plan the financial aspect of your life out, whether you are doing this right now or whether you should be doing this. You should take a very close attention to this card because you need to pay attention to your finances, building that up, and focusing on that aspect as well, not only love. So again, for some of you, you are doing this. You are focusing on work. You are focusing on accumulation and success. This Princess of Pentacles is this is a card of success. It is a card of someone being self-sufficient. So, whoever this is, you do quite well for yourself. You're taken care of. You take care of yourself. You have the 4 of Cups, but there still is an emptiness, is what I'm seeing here. There's still an emptiness inside of you, something that is not being fulfilled that you do desire. And again, I feel like this is in terms of love. There is a needing to be patient, and the 4 of Cups really talks about, it could talk about depression. It could talk about loneliness. It could talk about things taking time, boredom. These cups on the outside of this house are filling up with rain. The rain indicate blessings and emotions. So it is filling up. Things are going to happen for you. It just might take a little time, or it's been taking some time. But it is coming because you do have the 7 of Pentacles. The 7 of Pentacles is about things growing, things ripening, coming to fruition. But it's not exactly yet there. It's not exactly yet happened. It's coming. It's developing. It's going to work itself out. You see, the apple has to be ripe before you can pick it, before it's sweet. So sometimes there's certain things that have to happen in the right timing. I call this divine timing. You have this woman who's pregnant. The card is 7, so it takes 9 months for a child to be born. So it's not yet ready to be born, but it's almost ready. It's got 2 more months. It's got that. It's almost there. So it's really about growth, and things are going to start blossoming, but you just have to be a little patient. Again, communication is going to open back up with somebody. For whoever is waiting for someone to reach out, that communication. I hear that communication is vital. So, vital meaning important. So when that communication opens back up, it's very important to properly communicate and to grow whatever that is that's gonna that you'll have the opportunity to grow with that person. Again, this is a general reading, so it could be applied for both male or female. The Princess of Pentacles, if you are a male, still can apply to you. It could also symbolize a female. So, you know, it's very much more difficult for doing general readings, honestly. It has a lot more difficulties in terms of, you know, I really have to rely on spirit because of the fact that I am not just connecting to one person. Connecting to one person, I can really focus on your specific situation. And a lot more accuracy is in that because it's only going to be for you. You know what I mean? So, but this is the messages that have come through. So there is a need to protect yourself. There is someone who has hurt you. For some of you, it might not be someone who's returning, but for most of you, there is going to be someone from your past who walked away who's going to be reconnecting. That's what's showing up. Some of you are having a situation that is taking a bit of time to really find that fulfillment in. But it looks like things are going to really look up. And it looks like July is really standing out. Okay, so July is a very significant month for you. And the number 4 is here. So what is this? April, May, June, July. So if we count 4 months from now, which is here is the number 4. If we count 4 months out, that would turn out to be the month of 7, the month of July. So, yeah, so July is very significant for some of you. Okay, so again, we're going to move forward now. I'm going to pull an oracle card. These are very short compared to personalized readings. That means you're thinking a lot about somebody, and somebody who's very important to you. Someone that you would want to be with, or that you would want to work things out with, or even if this is not in relation to love, this could be someone who, you just might be someone who's thinking a lot as to reflecting on what you've been through, or your life, what you want, or where your life's going. You're just doing a lot of thinking, okay? The number 44 is here. Also, we have 31, which is number 4. So I want to also point out the number 444 for those of you who are seeing that number a lot. It is right here again. We have 44, and then we have 31, which is another 4, which is 444. Okay, so 444 just basically is spirit telling you that they have you in their hand, that everything's working out in the perfect timing, in the perfect order, that they have everything okay, in place, that everything's going to be okay. Okay, your angels are trying to tell you that they're there. Okay, so you have the Thinker card, but you also have the Why card. So there's some things that might be troubling you because you're not understanding what's going on in a situation. Maybe you have unanswered questions, or you don't understand why someone's doing something, or why someone isn't doing something, or what is the hindrance of progress. You know, there's questions you're thinking as to try to make sense out of what the heck is going on. Why the delay? I'm feeling like this is in regards to why a delay of some kind. Someone is taking their time, or what's the right word? Lengthening a situation out and not making anything concrete yet. They're kind of delaying things. And you're thinking a lot about that. You're trying to make sense out of it all. So basically, this is just spirit connecting to you. And spirit sometimes likes to connect to people who they are trying to draw to me to help on a personal level. So if that resonates, and if you feel spirit wanting to connect one-on-one with you and to help you on a more detailed level, please do not hesitate. I'm here to help. You can contact me at www.heaveninsights.com, where you can either contact me or order a reading. I'd be happy to help more in a more personal way. I definitely do hope this has resonated, Gemini. I send you all love and light. Definitely we have more of a connection, I feel, because, being the same sign, we connect in a greater way because we understand one another. I definitely do hope this has helped in some way. I hope this has resonated and Spirit has connected to you on a personal level. If not, please check on your rising sign. Sometimes your moon sign, sometimes your Venus sign. You might want to check the other signs in your chart. I honestly feel like there's many signs that could resonate with you because we do have a lot of signs in our zodiac chart. So to some degree, other readings for other signs can resonate sometimes more strongly. So see what you're being led to do. If there's another sign that you're being led to watch, go ahead and give that a try. See if if there's messages from Spirit in there for you. But this is what has shown up. I definitely do hope it has helped. Again, if you are that person that's going through that difficult time or who has had that rocky past that we first seen in the cards, try to overcome that. Take that new energy that's coming through in April, a new beginning, and apply it, because the past is the past and we have to build upon and begin move forward and build upon the future rather than we kind of have to shed that old skin and we have to heal our wounds. So let's work on that. For those of you who are feeling insignificant, is what I just heard from Spirit. Some of you are feeling insignificant at times, unimportant to somebody, or you felt insignificant due to something that's happened in the past. Don't let that get you down. Rise above, climb above that situation, because you are powerful, you are more than able, and your sign is very, very flexible. So, we have the capability to rise above the challenges that some people are not able to.